Today we chanted Rajayoga Shloka Sangraha, and most of the verses in this stream of yoga, they come from the 6th chapter of the Gita. After telling Arjuna about the art of karma, then he says that for somebody who is not yet eligible for Jnana Yoga, they have to engage themselves in karma so that they can purge out the restlessness. Once they have cleansed themselves enough, once they have purged themselves enough through activity, they have to withdraw. This is really difficult to understand, but there is an explicit verse also. It is not in the verse that we chanted, where he says, Arukshor Mune Yogam Karma Karanam Uchate Yoga Rudasya Tasya Shaman Karanam Uchate. When you want to become meditative, when you have not yet become meditative, when you cannot sit by yourself, you have to use activity as a means to calm down yourself. But once that has been done, you have to withdraw. You don't have to go on acting forever. And there are verses elsewhere describing that once you have attained the final state, again it is up to you. You can act or not. Then finally it is up to you. So basically he speaks of 3 phases. The phase of karma, the phase of meditation, and the final state. Once you are enlightened, you are free to do what you want. You can either simply sit in a cave, not come out, or come out and play a public role. And he speaks about himself also. He says, I have taken on a public role because it is always better. If you sit by yourself in a forest, people will always misunderstand that and try to simply follow it. He is sitting still, I will sit still, without understanding exactly what is happening. So he says, because people have this weakness of literally following anything that a Shrestha follows, people will follow whatever their ideal does. Today's talk, I will try to address one question which is often asked by people. This question which I just now mentioned, that why is it that some people simply sit by themselves? Why don't they come out? This I mentioned in one of the classes, I think distance classes. People ask this question, why don't enlightened people come out and teach people? Simple answer is, once you call them enlightened, they know what to do. You don't tell them what they have to do. They are enlightened. You are telling them they are enlightened. Once you call them enlightened, that means they know what is best. You are telling, I am the enlightened one, they are the enlightened one. How can the enlightened one advise the enlightened one? So don't use simple, silly logic. Let them decide. You are accepting their perceptivity is higher than yours. You are accepting their experience of life is much deeper than yours. So let them decide. It is up to them. In any case, the notion that help to others happens only through physical means is a very, very narrow perspective of life. It is our limited perception that gives out that statement that help means talking to somebody, help means giving something to somebody. This is also help, yes, physical help, verbal help is also help. But don't limit, don't say, just because I cannot see anything else, nothing else exists, is the highest form of ignorance. Whatever is not in my perception cannot exist, does not exist, is ignorance. So, let us not just go by our definition of work or karma or help. There may be many more layers to existence that is invisible to us. How do I accept this? Should I go by faith? If you are mad, dry, logical, there are some indications towards this, solid indications towards this. There are many, I will randomly pick up 2 or 3. We'll see how much I can explain. One of the popular ones in this regard is the experiments that were conducted in the 80s and the 90s by the Institute of Maharishi Transcendental Meditation. That was their technique. And their hypothesis, their prediction was that in a given time, in a given city, if a particular percentage, I think 1% or something, they arrive at some number based on some quantum physics criterion. So if 1% of the population practices that transcendental meditation, they predicted that the whole city will undergo some transformation. It will change the psyche of the city. All the other people get influenced in a better way. Their lifestyle will improve, something better will happen. One of the predictions given was that the crime rate will reduce. And they did it in many cities. They did it in Washington, they did it in Milano, they did it in India also, New Delhi. In some places the effect was more than other cities. In Washington, when they predicted this in 1993, I think, when the meditators predicted that crime rate will go down, they even predicted the percentage. I don't know how. They said by minimum this much percentage the crime rate will go down. We will just sit and meditate, we will not do anything else. And the commissioner, the police commissioner of Washington DC, he mocked them. He said the only thing that can reduce crime rate in this city is 20 inches of snow, not meditation. They did it for just 2 months. Around, I think, 800 to 4,000 meditators. The number varied in the period of 2 months. They just engaged in their meditation in a particular place. And starting from the very first week of that, earlier to that, they did it in, I think, in June or July of that year. In the first 5 months, or in the previous records, the statistics of Washington DC, the police records, crime rate was constantly increasing, or it was almost at a particular rate. The police maintained a particular record about the crime rates. And as soon as this happened, as soon as a few thousand people started meditating in Washington DC, from the very first week itself, the crime rate started dropping, and it finally dropped by 23%, which Washington had never seen until then. It dropped by 23%. And when they did sort of statistical study of this, the probability of that happening by random chance, by fluke, is 2 in a billion. It cannot happen just like that. And then later they have done it in many other cities. I think in Washington DC it was only violent crimes that was considered, not all type of crimes. Violent crimes. And in New Delhi, it I think reduced by 11 or 12%. All crimes reduced by 11-12%. And it was not by chance, it was not fluke. They do some statistical analysis of that. So now if you look at this, which they have repeated, they have reproduced it in many other cities also, if you wonder about this, what is happening? Crime rate is reducing, the psyche of criminals or the tendency of people committing crime is reducing, not by counseling them, not by giving them anything. Just you are just sitting on your own and experiencing absolute stillness, and that is influencing others around you. Is this not the greatest form of help that you can do? Help is simply happening. They are not even trying to help anybody. You do something with yourself, others around you will get helped. So Ramana Maharshi used to say this whenever people went to him and asked the questions like this. how can we help the society? How can we help the world? He used to tell the best help that you can do to the world is you get enlightened. That is the best help you can do to anybody else. Don't think that only visible physical help is help. There can be many fundamental or many profound ways of helping people. You can change the very way they think without even talking to them. It is possible. There are other instances. Another prominent instance, which is probably not so popular as this transcendental meditation. It is slowly becoming popular now. It is called Ho'oponopono. It is not from India. It is a technique which is from Polynesian islands. And the one prominent incident that happened in relation to this is in Hawaii, which is part of US now. There was I don't know if it is there now, in the 80s, there was a mental hospital in Hawaii, a government mental hospital, which was treating or which was keeping criminals who are mentally ill, like serial killers and people, seriously violent people who have lost their mental balance. And it was their asylum. It was mental asylum for such people. And nobody liked to work there because those people are extremely aggressive. You cannot even go near them. The only way to control them is give some medicines and anesthesia and keep them down. That is the only treatment that mostly they do there. Nurses and doctors never wanted to work there because you may get beaten up by those people. They are always chained, extremely violent people. In 1984, a man named Dr. Hugh Lemon was appointed there, and he was trained in this Ho'oponopono technique. And what he did was, he will go through the patient's record, he will see the name of the patient and go through the record. He will not meet the patient, he will not talk to the patient, he will not do anything. He will go away, he will just see the record and he will go away, and the patient starts getting better. Within 3 years, from 1984, he joined in 1984. By 1987, the entire ward was shut down because all the patients became normal. The ward was shut down, the mental asylum was shut down because all the patients got normal. And they asked him, what did you do? You didn't even talk to anybody. What did you do? How did you make them better? This is very difficult to understand. I suggest you go and read. If you try to think about it logically, it is very difficult to understand. It is not some magic or any mystical stuff that happened there. In his own words, he said, if something is happening in front of you, if some incident is taking place in front of you, you are responsible for that. If you are exposed to a particular type of information, that is the information that is running in your consciousness. You are responsible for that. If you go deep within you and if you erase that information, that will not happen in front of you. This is the simple thing that he said, that it's like, it is like when you dream, if you refuse to process certain information, that will not manifest in your dream. He's talking something in some similar terms. He's saying, if you go deep within you and if you refuse to process that information, if you delete that particular information, that information will not manifest in front of you. So whatever this violent behavior of somebody else which was happening in front of me, I went within me and I refused to see it. I not simply refused to see it, I deleted that information. When I deleted that information, it means it can no more happen in front of me. I am the screen. Whatever is happening in front of me is the movie that is running on my screen. So I will go and delete the information. The movie will run differently. It is very difficult to understand, but it worked. It worked. This is one of the things that is a hard nut for people to swallow, logical people to swallow. What is happening here? There are many incidences of this happening after this. This is one very prominent instance of Ho'oponopono. If you read up the literature, there are many other incidents, personal incidents also. People getting healed because of this, etc., etc. So, Do not consider only the physical layer to be the, don't consider the physical layer to be the only one that is communicating with one another. I am sitting here, I am talking to you verbally, I am trying to tell you something verbally because I don't yet have the capability to tell you otherwise. I don't yet have the capability to remain in silence and influence you. If I had, I would have done that. It is my weakness that I am talking here, it is not my strength. It is because of my weakness that I cannot do something more profound and I am sitting and talking to you. If I had the ability to do something more profound, I will not use words, I will do that. So don't go by simple, narrow perception, whatever logic says, that only what I see exists. There are several dimensions to existence which is not in our perception, so we have to put some efforts to increase our perceptivity rather than getting stuck with our logic. You can see any number of people using their logic to promote, to disable themselves, not to enable themselves, to disable themselves. Somehow argue and disable yourself. You tell somehow that I cannot do this. There is nothing more. This is what it is. Materialists usually do that. Materialists argue so sharply using proof only, scientific proof, to make you stagnate wherever you are. You cannot proceed if you argue like that. If you use your intellect to argue that there is nothing more, only this is the final thing, because everybody is sick, sickness is normal, that is how life is supposed to be, that is what life is. If we use logic to argue like this, it will be disabling arguments. This also is told in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, we can use the intellect. Buddhi by itself is not good or bad. It can be used tamasically, it can be used rajasically, it can be used sattvically also. Sarvartha viparitansha buddhisa partha tamasi. If you see everything upside down, if you turn the existence, the picture of existence upside down and if you start arguing, it will look logical superficially. You can provide scientific evidence also to prove that. I have been speaking about it many days earlier, giving the example of research on diet, food and many other aspects, where you can endlessly argue and say this is the best thing. If you don't increase your own perceptivity and if you rely solely on some objective data, it will stagnate, nothing further will happen, and even if it happens, it will be at snail's pace. You will take decades and centuries to progress an inch. So, when we come to yoga, our focus should be more on increasing our perception rather than relying solely on logic and intellect. Intellect can simply process some data, it cannot do anything else. So we have to increase our perception levels, we have to increase our sensitivity. The moment we increase our perception, we will see something much more. Logic cannot show it. Another simple thing another example that occurred to me just now is that not just human beings, it happens with animals also. This is from a book called Science Delusion. I suggest you read that. People who think they are too scientific. You read that Science Delusion, which shows the drawback of science. It hits on your face. This is one of the things that was pointed out in this book. It is not rigorously proved yet. There is an indication towards this. If you train a dog with a new skill, some new skill which has not yet been employed anywhere in the world, some very new skill, you train the dog with that particular skill in Europe. One or two dogs. After that, suppose let us say that dog took 2 weeks to learn that trick. It took 2 weeks. Once a few dogs have learned this trick, now somewhere else in the world, say in India, you take up same breed, maybe, I don't know, you take a few more dogs and you try to teach them the same trick. In Europe, the dogs took 2 weeks to learn that trick. Now in India, the dogs will take just 1 week to learn that trick. Now if you repeat that somewhere else again in Australia, if you try to teach dogs the same trick again, they will learn in a day. That pattern is recorded in a common repository. It is not just yours. If people are capable elsewhere, they can access it. Human beings probably are they are using their intellect to block themselves and concentrate themselves into their individuality. Probably we have lost access to that common resource. But dogs apparently have access to it. If you teach something to a particular dog in America, after a few months, if you teach the same thing to a dog in India, it learns much faster. Why is it learning much faster? Does it mean the Indian dogs are smarter? If your argument is that, they have done research reverse also. Now you teach some new trick to the dog in India, that new trick will be learned much faster by the dog in Europe now. There is mutual thing happening, transaction. Meaning all dogs have a common mind. That is what it is indicating. There is a common repository which all dogs are accessing unconsciously. They don't know that they are accessing it. But it is indicating layers of existence which is not in our direct perception yet. Just because it is not in our direct perception, we cannot deny it. There are indications that it exists. Human beings are probably not accessing it so well because we have too much faith on our data and intellect. So we don't have much perception, much reliance on increasing our perception levels. We have gotten too much stuck with intellect. Probably we are not accessing it. So maybe what happens in yoga, in meditation, is that when a person becomes meditative, he automatically influences everybody else around him. It again depends upon people's sensitivity also. You cannot influence anybody and everybody. There will be always dependency on both ends. But all this is indicating that we cannot judge people who are simply by themselves and meditative. Don't simply judge them. They are not of help to anybody. You don't know. We don't know. They may be of much more help than we are. That is why Ramana Maharshi used to say this. Once one reporter or somebody came to Ramana Maharshi, Thiruvannamalai, and asked him. Because Ramana Maharshi never went outside preaching, never went outside popularizing any technique or nothing. He was simply by himself, always in a cave. And people used to flock there. From all around the country, all around the world, people used to go there. He never went to anybody else. So when somebody went to him, they asked him a question. They said, you are not going out into anybody, you are not trying to popularize yoga or adhyatma. Why don't you go out and help people? This was the exact question. They asked him, why don't you go out and help people? This question is a loaded question. Loaded question means the question already assumes something. So he pointed it out and he said, your question is, why are you not helping people? You have already assumed that I am not helping people. Do you understand? The question is, why are you not helping people? It means it has already decided that he is not helping people. So he said, you have already had such strong notions. You have already had such strong assumptions about what help means. You have already decided that I am not helping. So my answer will be of not much help to you. So we should not be. See, prejudice can happen at very fundamental levels. We don't even know if it is happening or not. We may think we are skeptics, but it will happen at very fundamental levels. And we will use our logic many times to disable ourselves. Not to enable ourselves, not to empower ourselves, but to disable ourselves. To argue that why I have to remain in a ditch. People argue very strongly as to why they have to remain in a ditch. There is scientific proof that ditch is our normal state. That is what people argue, basically. Scientific evidence shows that everybody is in a ditch. Ditch is a normal state. And therefore we are supposed to be like that. Whereas yoga tries to elevate us, they say, even if there is one indication, even if there is one person who comes out of the ditch and says there is something more, you should accept that, even if there is no scientific proof for it yet. If somebody shows you a higher possibility, even in a hint if he shows, you should go towards that. Your logic should go towards that, not towards the ditch. So let us not use our intellect to disable ourselves. Let us be careful with our intellect. It's a double-edged sword. We can use to cut it ourselves, we can use to cut vegetable also, to cook. Let us use our intellect to empower ourselves, not to remain in a ditch and disable ourselves. And also not to pass judgment on others as to they are not helping, they are simply sitting in a cave. We don't know. Thank you. Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashyet Dukkha